Good afternoon, members. Because I want to give more time to the real thing, the students or our graduates, I'll just do like 2-3 minutes to let you know that, again, at this college, SASA College of Industrial Design, we do things from first principles. So the students are required to show you where things came from, what problem they are solving, how do they solve it, and how it's going to be used. I want to highlight that where we are now, and those who are listening to us and you have friends with money or big money, we are going to commercialize. In other words, whatever we have designed, we are now working on material, processes, equipment, and then we bring out these products on production lines. So I want to welcome our first student, Maria. We have this lady called Maria. She's very passionate about agriculture. And maybe to highlight that because we don't reinvent the wheel, our college has finalized a collaboration with Centennial College in Canada. I just signed the document the other day, so I'm very excited. This is a big college. They have big faculties. They have big equipment. They have done it already, so why should we, you know? So we're going to exchange students. So come over, Maria, and then we take us from here. I'm very excited about these people. They did only 1 year. You can't imagine. They came as degree holders, and then we took them through 1 year. So Maria, take it from there. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Gutawinj Maria Concepta, and I'm a recent graduate of SASA College of Industrial Design. I'm here to present my project, and it's now a product which we are soon taking out to the public when we get funding. So I want to start with a little background. So Rector is a coffee collector. As you see my tagline that says sun-drying coffee made easier. So how did I come to the coffee sector? As you all know, coffee is our leading export in terms of agriculture. We know that over 99% of the coffee is produced by small-scale holders or small-scale farmers of coffee. So that's where my project or product focuses. So shall I begin about the product? This I've already explained. It is a tool that is used to collect coffee. Mainly, in case it's going to rain, it helps you to easily collect the coffee and also to pack it in the evening. Some statistics. My target group are the improved coffee farmers. This is 500 kg per acre. So why I focused on those people? This is because those people dominate the coffee production. So I did a bit of a survey that helped me to land here. Most of them, this was the size of their farm, and 84.6% of them were using sun drying or dry processing, as we call it in coffee production. So our problem, this is my problem statement. Improved coffee farmers need a way to easily remove their coffee in case it's going to rain and also in the evening. So what is the current technology that they use? I drew some sketches there. Mainly, you get containers to collect the coffee, or you keep pulling until you put the coffee together and cover it up. So my solution, this is the solution. So using computer-aided design, we came up with this is the final product. These are the prototypes that I made. I recycled jerry cans. So those are the prototypes I took to the users to get some feedback. Yeah. So the journey to the solution. I did some ideation, as I've already showed some people who came there to my posters. I went through a number of ideas, then I went with the last one. These are the number of prototypes we did. First did paper, then there's jerry cans, and the other ones we used from the user testing. So by user testing, this is some of the pictures I took when I was testing the product, effectiveness, efficiency, learnability, controllability. Those are some of the factors we looked into while testing the product. So after the testing, we got some feedback from the users, then we redesigned. We still came up, this is the final design. So for what's next, we are looking into materials and manufacturing. From the user feedback, we concluded that the best material will be high-strength PVC to carry the raw cherries. Then also the handle will be stainless steel. We also considered the other ones, but they were not the best. Wood wears out easily. So future plans, apart from us releasing that product, some might say, why did I start with a simple product? This is because my background is not mainly in agriculture. I'm delving it, and most people who have dealt with small-scale agriculture farmers know them that they are quite dedicated to the ways they know. So this is just a product to introduce me to these farmers. When you start with this thing and they see that it's actually working, then I plan to do more user testing. After I plan to do further research, then I add more features to Rector. We plan to put temperature sensors to help them to determine whether the coffee is dry enough or that's the required temperature, and so much more. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I think Maria deserves another hand clap. Have you ever asked yourself why the people in Busoga, especially the farmers, are still so, they're not really putting in the effort to improve, and yet their land has too much potential to be it's fertile, so you'd expect them to earn a living from it and then be more developed than they are right now. Among very many reasons, it could be, one of them could be their attitude. They have this attitude of being, they are comfortable with what they have, and yet what they have, there's so much potential, it could be developed. And this attitude actually, in a way, trickles down to the children. So the children also grow up with this same mentality. Now, how do we deal with that mentality? How do we change that attitude? So we can get to the children, because you know how difficult it is to change the mindsets of all people. Rather go to the children. And how do we go to the children? How do we get something that is interesting, something so fun like a board game? Right here, there's a board game that has been designed in order to change the mindsets of students, so that they can have this attitude of that things can be improved. You have something, go ahead and actually improve it. Do not relax and stick to something that is not really actually making you better. So the game is meant to raise awareness of what we call a growth mindset over a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is the idea, or is a belief that things can be improved. Is that attitude, having that resilience. When you fail, when you fail, do you have a plan B? Do not just stick to plan A. Like the people in Busoga, if sugar canes fail, can you go and do potatoes? Can you do onions? Something. That's a growth mindset. Now, the fixed mindset that we are fighting is that when the plants have died, then you give up. So we are training the future farmers' children about nurturing this attitude early on, so that when they grow up and they're out there, they're not going to stick to one plan. They're going to be resilient. They're going to have a way out. So the board game is called Possible. As you see from the name, it's about improving things. And then it has a board game and card games. The card game is World of Mindset. That's the theme of the game, raising awareness about a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. This is we are promoting the game in school early on, the future farmers. This is supposed to be playing. It's a video showing how we are in schools and teaching them the behaviors of a growth mindset. You can see it's supposed to be playing, but the idea is that the game is already in schools where teachers are liking it, and we intend we intend to see whether it's going to improve, but ideally it will. This is another video. Oh, sorry. The other video was explaining how we developed the board game from scratch. As Doctor said, that at SASA College we have to do things from first principles. So there were sketches of how we developed the board game to where it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here. I'm Enoch Jacob Lovale. I've been at SASA College, and my colleagues have presented projects that we've worked on. She has the Rekita. He has presented about the growth mindset, and you realize that for our agricultural sector, for us to propel, for us to keep on talking about industrialization and everything, we need to change the mindsets of these farmers. Some of them have gone to school, some of them have not. Regardless, the aspect of mindset is key, like how the speakers in the earlier panels mentioned. So I'm here to present the other products that, as a college, the students have been able to develop. They may not really be in line with agribusiness, but it's all about solving the problems in our society. So over there, the product is the MAID carrier. MAID is modern medicine carrier. You realize that in 2015, the world over convened and they developed the Sustainable Development Goals. And these goals were developed after doing research, and now they say this is where we need the world to go. But you realize that the health sector is one of the key sectors as far as growth and development of any economy is concerned. So we looked at the health sector in our country, and we did an analysis. You recall that still about last year, middle of last year, there was an exhibition on the internet about the health sector, the beds and everything. So with our research, we looked at the Sustainable Development Goals number 3. We also looked at the National Development Goals. And we looked at the issue of children, these children who are dying before they reach their 5th year after birth. The number is so alarming. We've done some research whereby if it is, say that 37 children die globally per 1,000 live births, and when you come to sub-Saharan Africa, that number is about 74 deaths per 1,000 live births. When you look at a case of Uganda, a research that was done in 2021, it shows that the death is about 42 children per 1,000 live births in Uganda. This number is so alarming. However, looking at the Sustainable Development Goals, we hope that by 2030, this death is as low as less than 12 children dying per 1,000 live births in the whole world. If the current trend of death of these children continues, we are bound to lose 48 million children from 2015 to 2030. That is an entire population of this country dying. So what has been done, you realize there are models that have already been put in place. One of them is the VHT model, the village health teams, the community health workers, but still realize that we still have this problem. The ministry did research, and it so happened that these children who died before the age of 5 years, 75% of these deaths are preventable. So as government, as the public sector and private sector, what are we doing? So this model, we carried out research together with an organization called Living Goods. They are executing primary health care into the communities. So we analyzed with them. We talked to the VHTs. All our things are from first principles. We had to dig down to the VHTs in the communities who visit these children. We had to reach out to the other parents. So Some of the pain points you see over here under discovery, we were trying to look at who is a VHT. We need to understand the person that we are designing for. What are the key things they go through? So over here, there we have the defined problem. So the defined problem, after understanding each and everything, we zero down to what is that key problem that we are now going to tackle. So realize some of the problems were the things they carry, you know, when you're carrying your the medicine and your personal belongings, everything is heavy. Remember the model, you're moving on foot, and when you're in the villages, you really get tired. Then the bags, of course, they are heavy. It has an impact on your posture. So we had to analyze, look at what things do they carry in the bags, how would they carry these bags, provided we've designed something for them. Over there at the right-hand side, where there's number 5, now we are prototyping a solution that we've designed that is going to accommodate the medicine, their personal belongings, the waste that they're going to collect from the field, so that we eliminate poor disposal of waste, the cotton that they use and everything. The design has a lot of factors. Of course, it is it has a battery to help them charge. I wish we could have the model so that it could turn around, but it has the charging facilities when you're in the villages. If you're using the mobile phones, it has provisions for storage. It has also speakers where, that's the thing that's failed to work, but it has speakers which would help them, the Mukalakasa in our community, so that if they go around and they're doing the sensitization, they don't have to strain their voices, but they can have a recorded clip and then they play it through Bluetooth to the community. So this model, someone will wonder, how are they going to carry it? We've called this phase 1 of the design of solving the problem. We believe, because right now, yes, they have the bags, the backpacks, but these backpacks are heavy for them. The luggage, you remember you're moving kilometers and you have all this weight on your body. So this design, we believe this is phase 1. So phase 2, we hope to look for to design an automobile that they're going to use within the communities. It will help them to move the miles so that even when they want to go and check on the patient, they can. If they've moved like 5 kilometers and the drugs they are carrying get done just because of the small storage compartments they have, they will not feel the burden of going back to replace and then continue with the journey. So that is with this first product as far as health is concerned.
Our time has run out, so we would have told you more, but our time has run out. There were 14 students. They began 18. 4 dropped off the way. Design is very tough. Besides, they were bachelor's degree holders. They did 1 year because they were bachelor degree holders. So we have 2 licenses from National Council, one for the advanced certificate, industrial design for graduates. The other one is a diploma in industrial design. So we're starting that come September with A-levels. But the point is that for you in agriculture, the question I want to leave with you, for goodness sake, we should be making some tools in the country. Okay? These factories or industrial parks you have opened up, some of them should be producing agricultural products. So if you're there and you think that you have an idea, please, we are still here, contact us. And I promise you at the college, you do not graduate until you have a product and with a solution you're giving to the country. Thank you so much.